What I'm doing today is I'm making rhubarb crumble, and working with rhubarb is something I've never done before, but it's fairly straightforward. And here's ingredients that you'll need. You'll need flour. If I can just pan on that. Flour, raisins, and butter and sugar. You need about 200 grams of flour, and I'm struggling a bit with this camera work again. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to peel rhubarb. All you do is more or less chop and top and tail bad bits off, like that. Just top and tail it like that, and just get under the skin of rhubarb, and just, I don't know if you can see that, just peel it back like that, and it just peels more or less like a banana, and it's fairly straightforward. Peels like a banana. Peel it off in 4 sections. I got this from Leeds Market, and it's not the best of rhubarb, but for the price I paid for it, about 50p for half a pound, it's not really too bad. First one more or less done. That's the first one done. Pop that on a plate. And that's what you end up with, a green stick of rhubarb. Now for the big one, I got about half a pound here. Top and tail it. You can see that there. Not sure how long rhubarb keeps, it should be quite a while, and it's fairly bitter stuff, so you might want to add some sugar to it as you're cooking it. Just peel your rhubarb in strips like that, easy enough. Of course you can grow your own rhubarb, not sure how to do it. And to cook it, you just chop it, dice it like that, into small enough sections to cook. Might be a bit too much here for one actually, but we'll see what happens. I've never actually cooked rhubarb before, so it's a bit of an adventure. That's that chopped up. Next we'll put it in a saucepan. And we'll sprinkle some sugar over it. Not a lot, just cover it with sugar like that. It naturally flavours it when you come to cook it. And cover your rhubarb with water, not so much, just enough. I'm working with a new camera system here, so I'm not quite familiar with it, as you've probably worked out. And it's a second-hand camera that I bought on eBay, and it's not so bad. There's no screen with it, but it does what I need. Okay, well that's cooking. I'll get on with crumble mix. It's just your basic crumble mix, nothing apple crumble. It's about 200 grams of flour and 100 grams of margarine. Might be a bit too much there. 100 grams of margarine, and just make it as a basic crumble mix. And rhubarb should take about 10 minutes to cook. Yeah, I'll have to get myself an allotment and start growing my own rhubarb. This turns out well. That's just your basic crumble mix. I'm going to put a bit extra in because I want to line pan. So you can put a bit of extra flour in if you want. Just to make a bit extra crumble mix to line the pan. Needs a bit of extra margarine. And your rhubarb takes about 10 minutes to cook, so while that's cooking we might as well play with this. That's done there. I don't know if you saw my last video where I did worktop, but it's, despite appearances, it does look a lot better in here. I'll just give you a shot of floor. I got some floor paint from B&Q, and I painted floor grey. Just give you a bit of a shot there. What's be going on with? Still learning this new camera. It's been a bit of a pain in the ass. Been one of them weeks really. Yesterday I went cycling. I live in Leeds, and I went cycling from Leeds to York. It took me about 4 hours. Set off at 6 o'clock in the morning. Rhubarb's done. Set off at 6 o'clock in the morning. Got into York for 10 o'clock on push bike, and it was quite an enjoyable run this bike. There've been no signposts for Tadcaster, so navigation were a bit of a problem there. Never mind. Anyway, let's get this in camera shot. Rhubarb's cooked, and it's taken about 10 minutes, and it's fairly runny and mushy consistency. And have a slight sample of this, see if it's sweet enough. Not to be recommended, sampling red hot stuff. And it seems okay. Bit light on taste. Grow your own rhubarb, and you can have rhubarb as rhubarb should be. Rhubarb as nature intended. Take a pan and well, I would have done if I could find it. keep my scarper and surprises. Bit of grease-proof paper, and as usual, when you put out into a pan, just grease it up. What I'm doing here, I know you can't see it on camera, is I'm just lining tin with Crumble mix. Just line tin with Crumble mix. I went too wide there. Just getting used to this new camera. And now we put rhubarb, mushy rhubarb onto mix. I'll just do this so you can see it on camera. It's a bit of a different setup to what I'm normally used to. Just line it there like that. See better. It won't cover the entire base of the pan, not to worry about that. And half a pound of rhubarb has boiled down to virtually not a great deal, so you might need a pound of rhubarb for this recipe. As I say, it's my first time using rhubarb, so there we go. Next I'm going to add some raisins, just to give it a bit of colour. You could put cherries in with this, but I don't think you'd taste them actually, it might be a waste of time. Done that nicely. Then you sprinkle your topping over top, as it were. This will probably cook in oven in about half an hour. I normally do it in the frying pan, it's quite good if you do it like that. Basic ingredients first in frying pan, then bake it in a tin in oven. We're doing things at about face this morning, so I'll add some sugar as well just to sweeten it a bit, not a lot. Sprinkle it on. Perhaps a light dousing of water, not too much. By the way, you need plain flour for this recipe. I'm using self-raising because basically I can't be bothered. Tinkle a bit of water on top. You don't want a lot. It's just so that crumble mix sort of cooks and you don't end up with basically bugger all. That'll do. And you put this in the oven on gas mark 4 for about half an hour to an hour. And we'll see what it turns out like later. Oven, and it looks okay, it looks well done and a decent colour. Anyway, that's it, thanks a lot.